Right now, recreation, the field is the priority and the only priority. That's 100%. And you cannot say you will get 100% priority if the two are combined. Recreation will not get 100% priority, as will DPW not get 100% priority on what they need to do. And that's what George is saying. Right now, 100% of the time, if Len wants somebody to go out and stripe that field, he has that guy. And that's why everybody in the county loves our fields and loves our recreation in this town, and that's why they come to this town.
I don't see that our management or our employees, in terms of priorities, would get caught, to use an expression, in the switches.
Oh, sure.
Right now, the Public Works Superintendent makes decisions on a timely basis in terms of whether he's going to put a plow on or load salt during a snow and ice storm. And then he needs to make that decision in the reverse as time goes by. So in your example of the DPW supervisor having to decide between repairing a pothole and striping a Little League field or a Senior League field during the heat of a season just doesn't make sense. He's going to know that the greater issue is to allow our children the access to a well-manicured ball field in a timely fashion.
100% of the time you can assure that.
I believe I can. I have that much faith and confidence in our supervisors and our managers. And conversely, I would also like to say that the Recreation Department is very fluid in terms of ranging schedules for the use of the community center, for use of Monroe Hall, in times when that has to happen. So when you ask me the question, do I have the confidence in them? I do. Any other members of the committee have any questions or comments?
I just hope that everybody understands that we are not, Mr. Schleifer and I, based upon the assessment, came to a conclusion that what we would put forward as a recommended ordinance at this point, pending hearing from you, is that we're recommending that the department called Recreation and Parks continues to exist as a department. A new department is formed, I'll call Services. The Services Department would be responsible for building and grounds, roads, sanitation, and parks maintenance. In the event that Parks and Recreation Department needs someone to work in terms of an event, that particular form of labor would be an indirect. The only thing that's changing here essentially is direct management versus indirect management. If anybody has worked in corporate America in the past 20 years, they've seen structural changes where things have gone more into a relationship where there is a lot more of this indirect form of management. Why? Because of economies of scale. So again, I go back to the charge of, can you save the taxpayers money, real money, in a time when people can't pay their mortgages because they've lost their jobs, and at the same time, can you continue to maintain parks, recreational services at a high quality standard? That's what the goal is. And if we don't deliver on both, then it's not the win-win.
I'd like to say something, please.
Right ahead.
Okay, these here, as far as I'm concerned, my feelings, it's no mystery on how I feel. I'm against this. I don't think it's really a benefit to the residents of our town, the seniors, to anyone that uses the services of Parks and Recreation or Public Works. I see no benefit to it at all. If there was a situation where it wasn't working, fine. I look back at the salary of the folks that the gentleman who's ever on top is making. That person is $30,000. The least salary is $30,000 more than what the current person is making now, right? And so if I look at that, then to me, I don't even see the benefit. But more importantly, if you ask me, do I have confidence? I think we have two great groups. Put them together, I have a doubt in my mind, okay, as to what takes priority and what's going to get done first. So as far as I'm concerned, these departments are functioning so well right now. You have a commission that's running it so well right now. I see no reason why that no one has yet to prove to me, and even with the draft ordinance that is currently being proposed to combine both departments, that no one has shown to me one instant where this thing is going to be more effective, a better, proper proposal to the residents of Hanover Township, and where the services are still going to remain the same. I have a doubt for that, okay? Because you're putting everything into one basket, and now, especially if you say that you might need folks in one area versus another, and you got to flip a coin as to where they're going to go. My concern, that is definitely a concern for me. All right, I think you have a dedicated staff here. You have a dedicated staff here. Okay, they're working well. They're working well together. And if there's a problem, it's always been my feeling. If there's a problem, address the problem. Don't create a bigger one.
Thank you. Committee being heard, at this point, I would entertain a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Members from the public, please, you can now address the committee and the record through the podium. State your name and your address, and please remember we have a 4-minute rule.
Ron Francioli, 9 Slope Drive, Cedar Knolls. Good evening. Is an expression, everything changes and nothing changes. I'm somewhat discouraged in one regard, ladies and gentlemen, that you bring our public out here to hear this discussion, which we're not really prepared to be a part of. We were prepared to hear some concrete resolutions or proposals tonight. Mr. Mayor, some time ago in the beginning of this year, you did an excellent job with some visuals of demonstrating the efficiencies and deficiencies of our budget coming into this new year. You showed us what the issues would be. I think we're a little confused tonight. I think that, again, our expectation was to come out and take part of hearing a solution. Well, I've heard a solution on one side of this issue, and I've heard a response on the other side of the issue, but I haven't heard a response to the issue or a solution from anyone else. I've heard that we have a wonderful recreation department. I don't think I heard once tonight that we're challenging the benefits of a recreation department or the quality of the work that's done. We have a wonderful public works department. I don't think I heard once tonight that anybody's challenging the quality of the public works department that we have. It's not what is issue here. What's at issue here today, or I thought was at issue here today, is addressing some economies of scale and doing something, which would provide some tax savings. That's the bottom line. And if it does that without any loss of services, that's ideal. And that's what we want here. There's no doubt that we're in a very difficult economic situation here in Hanover, and it's going to get deepened, it's going to worsen. But, little phrase that we used in the conference room, and we all know it some time ago, don't bring your problems here, bring your solutions. Well, I'm hearing one thought-out solution. Whether or not I have an opinion on that or not is beside the point, but I'm hearing an approach to a solution. I'm not hearing an approach to the solution. I'm hearing what the problems are, or maybe the approach to the solution on the other side is leave well enough alone. Now, if leave well enough alone is the solution, then where's the economies of scale in that? I can't figure this out. I think it would behoove the committee to adjourn and give it a lot more thought and bring to the public in a more direct sense with your visuals or with other representations as to where these economies are going to come from, because nobody, I don't think, in this room doubts the performance of any one of these groups as individual groups or as a combined group. So I agree with you, Mr. Mayor, that that's not going to change the work ethic of our people. It's always been that good. But I think this needs a little more polishing, if I may say so. Thank you.